This x61 tablet at Goodwill for 10 bucks. It's got some problems with the digitizer or whatever, these bubbles. It's also really dirty. The hard drive cover here is actually broken, but I ordered one of those. $10 again. I already know it has 1 GB of RAM because I plugged it in to make sure it works. It comes with a battery, which is toast, probably. And this thing, there's something that goes in here that's missing, for sure. So, yeah, let's crack into this bad boy. Alright, so I just plugged it in. The hinge is wobbly. I've also ordered one of those. Looks like it's got a fan issue, which I don't remember it having before, because I plugged it in before, and it would post just fine. Okay, so here's what we have. Core 2 Duo, L7500, and the L. I think that means it's undervolted. 1 GB of RAM. So yeah, let me put a hard drive in this and see if we can boot to something. I don't mean hard drive, I mean jump drive, see if it'll boot into that. This is what I carry around in my backpack. It's a Manjaro installer and also a live image, but I gotta balance it up against my monitor here. So let's see. It also was missing the pen that goes in here. But those are, you can find them on eBay for pretty cheap. Alright, let's boot with open source drivers. I'm curious to see what the resolution of this screen is. Okay, so there's a definite fan issue here. Sounds like a frog. I've got a feeling this is the nice resolution, but we'll have to see. Man, this is... Okay, well, now I know the first thing on my list to fix. Since it's an undervolted CPU, I don't think it's that much of a problem right now, because I think the undervolting makes it not heat up quick, maybe? I don't know. So we'll see. Okay, so it boots to the thing. This is still making noise. This one doesn't have a trackpad, just a track point, which is very worn down, by the way. But it works. Touchscreen, I think you need the pen. It's like a digitizer or whatever. So I don't know, maybe if I could borrow a stylus from someone, that might work. Or because it uses like static electricity or something. Yeah. And what do you know? It's the big boy, 1400 by 1050. Very, very nice. This, well, I've always wanted an x61, not so much the tablet version, but if I get a normal version, I think I can swap this screen into the tablet, or into the non-tablet version, and it'll work, and it'll be better, because this might be like a... Yeah, I mean, look at the viewing angles on that, man. Holy crap. It's absolutely nuts. Okay, anyways. Okay, the fan stopped making noise. I'll stop making that loud noise. It still makes noise. I'm going to turn this off and crack into it, and then we'll try to fix the fan, repaste it. Yeah, and then we can try to get some actual OS installed on here. And after unplugging it, the battery is like completely toast, which is to be expected. So, alright, so the RAM door was missing one screw, unfortunately. And actually, it's one of those screws where it's got the little washer thing, so it like doesn't ever, or it's not supposed to come out. Well, that one did. Not that big of a deal. It's got one stick of RAM in it. PC2 5300S. I'm gonna have to check with my T61, see if it's the same kind of RAM. Yeah, so this is the battery for this. It's like split up into 2 parts. This is like the weirdest looking battery I've ever seen. That's because the swivel mechanism is right there. The wires go down. Yeah, I've looked on eBay. These are like really expensive, so I'm probably gonna have to break this open, figure out what the cells are, and just replace them like that. I don't know, may or may not work, but it'll probably be ugly. Okay, so it's got a C here, and then this one has an A. So like the A screw is like that, and the C screw is like that. This is the only ThinkPad that I've actually seen that's like that. Here's the T61, and on here it does not say which screw is which is very annoying. I don't know why they wouldn't do this for all of them, especially considering that the T61 and the x61 is the same like year. But yeah, I've worked on, X201, X230, and now X61, and T400, T500, T410, T530, T440p, 2 T61s. I think I'm missing one, but yeah, that's it. And none of them have this. I did work on a Toshiba Tecra A10 and it had this. So I don't know, Lenovo needs to step their game. Well, actually maybe on the new ones they have this still, but this is super helpful because there's so many screws on the back that I always end up getting them mixed up and it's just lame. Okay, so that's all the screws out. There's some B screws here, only one A screw. Honestly, this is gonna be coming handy a lot down the road because you look, see, why can't they do this on any other model? Like, I don't know. And I know that the T-Series one, it mixes up like the super long ones with these short, or like the half-length ones. These are like the half-length, what I'm used to. The long ones are usually twice this, but this is like the tiniest laptop I've ever held in my life. But, I don't know, it's just annoying. It normally is annoying. This is not annoying. That's what I mean. Okay, and like that, the bottom here just kind of peels up. Okay, first time cracking into this. This is the hard drive bay. You can just see how tiny this laptop is. It's like, 3 hard drives across. Okay, so let's take this off. Keyboard is now off, and this is a small keyboard. Backspace is truncated, so is... yeah, I think this is shortened down a little bit, but I think they take most of it off of on the right side. Everything else seems to be pretty full size though. So this is the T61, and here's that. So if we line up escapes to escapes, about like 1 unit or whatever is taken off. Yeah. So like, half a unit, and then like one of these whole ones. Anyways, nobody cares about that. I thought this palm rest was broken, but well, unless it is broken perfectly in 2 spots, but this part comes off. And then here is underneath. So this is the wireless card, which I think there are wireless card issues. Maybe this is, I don't know. I think there's wireless card issues on this model though. Intel stuff. This thing, I think this is PCI Express or something. CMOS battery. I think there's a CMOS battery issue on this, which is not surprising. Here's the speaker, and also if you haven't noticed, this is upside down. I think it's only the X60 and X61 where the motherboard is upside down inside the chassis. So we're gonna have to take out everything if we want to repaste it. But look at how dirty this fan is. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get to that. I'm using this guide, well, it's not a guide to this video, as a guide for disassembly, because iFixit doesn't have a thing more than just replacing the RAM, which you don't even need an iFixit article for that. You just unscrew it and then put it in. But taking out these screws, they're identical to the C screws, which is fantastic. I mean, seriously, on every other ThinkPad model that I've opened up, the inside has different screws than the outside, and it like mixes and matches all over the place. But not this one. Huh? Like, why the X61 tablet? Like, why not the T400, which is like the most common one? Well, I spoke a little too soon. This piece here has all these different kind of screws. So, well, Okay, this piece is coming off. Display assembly coming out, but it's still attached. These screws are really, really tough. This one's like getting stripped. So I'm gonna see if I don't have to unscrew that or not. Okay, so here's coming up. There's screws here. I think there's one there, There's one underneath the laptop over here, like on the underside, that doesn't have an A, B, or C next to it, so you gotta take that one out. And you gotta pop the I/O, like, you gotta push the thing that way, so you can pop the I/O out, and then it just comes off, but it's still attached. One second. Still attached by this cord, which goes up into the display, I think. So it unfolds like this. Isn't that nuts? But yeah, there's the thing. It looks like a normal motherboard now. Got the RAM, although usually the RAM's on the other side, but got this gross thingamabob. And there's the thing I need to repaste. Looks like there might be a dent there, or it's just part of it. I don't know. It doesn't look completely crimped, so that's good, even if it's intentional. Yeah, time to reconsolidate so I can actually work on this tiny desk. Okay, if I unscrewed this screw and took this off, then technically this cord would come off. But it's getting more and more stripped. I gotta ask around, see if there's rubber bands I could use, but I tried all these screwdrivers and the big boy screwdriver, and it's still, I can't get it done. This is lame. I've decided to just go keyboardless on my PC so I can flip this down onto here. Which is disappointing, but at the same time I wouldn't be able to screw it back in if I got it out, so whatever. And I don't have my Dremel here, so I can't, like, you know, so not a big deal. But you know, from the grossness on the fan here, it's pretty clean. I've seen some dirty ones. Sometimes they got bugs in them. Sometimes people spilled it. Actually worked on one. It was in a flood, and it still worked. The screen was messed up, but and it smelled like chlorine. But yeah, time to get this thing off. So not only is this thing disgusting, but the inside looks like your dryer after, you know, washing all of your clothes. Like, look at this. Ew. Gotta watch out for this screw in here, because that is connected to the heatsink. It took me a while to figure out that that was the case, so yeah. So here's the processor situation. This has got one of those, like, pad things on it. This got a bunch of dry old paste. So let's get this cleaned up. Alright, clean the fan, just use soap and water, and then dried it with canned air. So that's nice and clean. Heatsink. You can actually see through it now, which means the air can move through it now. Looking good. The processors on the X series Thinkpads are soldered in, which is a little unfortunate because I think the processor in my T61 is pretty good, and I think it's the same chipset, so I'd be able to swap it in, but so, you know. Judging by the video that I'm watching, there's a little crimp there. Man, I thought the screen was a lot closer. A little crimp there, a little crimp here, so I assume that's normal and not defective, which is nice, because there's only one path. But I repasted the thing, put this together. I still need to put this thing back on. That's no big deal. Then on to the next thing. I'm trying to think what the next thing is. I don't know, just cleaning it up, I guess, putting it back together. Okay, that's everything back together. I put some electrical tape here because the normal stuff adhesive wasn't working very well. I'll have to replace this at some point, but just not now. I'll have to take this apart later because I got a new hinge. That's going to be fun. Not really, but yep, this is the inside. This little piece broke off of something. It's like something screws into, so what's weird is, like, it just, like, fell out, so I don't know. Hopefully it's not important. Alright, almost everything is done. We're going to plug it in now. And it should automatically start up because the CMOS is bad. Don't know what that was. Hopefully CMOS and not an error code. Okay. Fan's still making noise. Oh, I forgot to plug in the RAM. Oh my god. That's probably what that is. Alright, for real this time with RAM. I haven't plugged all the screws back in because I want to make sure it works first. That's not good, but it didn't make that noise. Man, the fan still sounds like crap. Yes, okay. That really scared me for a second. Alright, let's see. BIOS, do we have BIOS? Okay, yeah. Yeah, whatever. We got BIOS. Okay, okay, I had a good little scare there. Okay, time to put in a hard drive. Let's put back in all the screws and stuff. Alright, I found out what that thing was from. This. It's from this, which is inside the like pen hole. Goes like that, inside that, and that's what this screws into. See, so yeah, see that? It's not technically holding anything in, so I'm just gonna put it somewhere, I don't know. Alright, we're booting up. I kind of cleaned this with IPA, and there's like dirt on it, like it's just getting moved around by it, so but we'll see. Clean it up a bit, it still looks kind of dirty. Let's boot. I had to rearrange the boot order. I also set the date. It's making that noise. I don't think it's as loud as it was before. I don't know. But I changed the date. I set the date and time to be proper. And, because like sometimes the CMOS, like, it gets jostled or something, but the battery's fine, and sometimes the battery just dies. In this case, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter because I could just take the CMOS battery out because I have to plug it in every time anyways. I just have to re-enter the date and time anytime I unplug it or plug it back in. That happened with a T500 that I still have it. I think I'm gonna keep it too because it's got a nice screen, but yeah, anyways, let's get to the actual boot. Okay, it's making more noise now. I mean, I'm gonna have to crack open this again to replace the thingamabob and the CMOS battery probably, so I don't really care. See, now it's fine. I don't know, it might be like just not seated properly. There might have been dirt inside the thing that the pin sticks in. But let's install some Manjaro here. Because it's the only Linux distribution that's actually good. I'm joking, but it's a good one, so we're gonna do that. The nipple has such little grip that it's kind of hard to maneuver around. Oh, hello? Okay, well it has a gigabyte in it, but okay. Oh, wait. Oh man. This is gonna be the moment of truth, see if I can actually connect to the Wi-Fi. Well, it connects to Wi-Fi, but I'll have to get the RAM out of my T61 because it's probably the right like quality. I looked at Goodwill for the correct DDR2 RAM that's like 5300S or whatever. It didn't find any. I'm sure the other RAM would have worked, but I don't know. We'll see what's in the T61. Alright, so I took a 2 gigabyte stick out of the T61, which now only has 2 gigabytes because I had two 2 gigabyte sticks. This one now has 3. That's time to install some operating system on here. So if I tilt this, the sound changes. Gotta be careful of that. Also, if I push on like the keyboard, the sound changes. Listen. So I don't know. It must be like wobbly or something. All right. Oh man, everything's installed. It's been about an hour. Mainly because the update took so long, but the fan's still making a ton of noise. But here are the stats. We got the nice screen. Core 2 Duo L7500, 3 gigabytes of RAM. I tried turning on the T61 and it didn't turn on. it just kind of, like these lights, like these came on, the fan whooshed, and then it turned off again. Nothing on the screen happened, so I think that just means the CMOS battery died. So whatever, but here it is, like it works. Why is it in floating mode? It's just, I put DWM on it. Loads pretty quick. Let me try going to YouTube. I'll try playing a video. Okay, so the speakers are pretty bad.
It is the Prime Minister of Vietnam himself.
Yeah. Jeez, okay. Well, let's just mute that. Oh, this has got 84 views already. Okay. Like, everything loads pretty quick. Oh, God. Oh, I haven't installed AdBlock yet. But, yeah, this works pretty nice. Of course, my internet here is, like, really good because I'm at school, but, yeah. So, yeah, anyways, that wraps it up. I might do a video when I replace this. I need to fix the fan. Yeah. Man, that is loud. It's so loud. Anyways, so, yeah, see ya. I'll update. All I did was lubricate the fan with, like, some high-speed lube. And it's quiet now, listen. Absolutely silent. My AC is louder. And my, the T61, the battery was just dead. I don't know. I just immediately thought of the CMOS battery, but yeah, anyways, that's actually it, so bye.